Well, you know what? Well, guess what? My name's John Wright and you're not. And I'll tell you exactly what. You know what? I feel like I'm an innocent man. I feel like I'm a real innocent man. And I'm the one that tipped off the governor in Washington State with a package just exactly like this. And I'm also the guy that sent the Department of L&I in Washington State a package just exactly like this with the Morton Bowling Alley on it. Right there, this one. Millhouse Smokehouse, Morton, Washington. Hey, you know what? They called my dad's bowling alley. It was originally called Alpine Bowl. Now, well, they decided to name it Victory Lanes after my dad's death. These people, they found an abandoned bowling alley in Morton, Washington. And you know what? I tried to purchase that bowling alley that was abandoned. They purchased it. Matter of fact, there's a big story behind it. Here's these here people sitting in the graveyard. Matter of fact, these people named this bowling alley after a boy that was murdered on my bed, Terry Lance Shortridge, Victory Lanes. Victim, Terry Lance Shortridge. Like my dad said, there's beauty in the things that you see. And you know what they did? The long and the short of it, right here, Fairhart's. Bill Fairhart. Hey, you know what? They had a store right uptown Morton, Washington. They're Lebanese. No, they're not Lebanese. They're Assyrians. Matter of fact, my mother told me about Assyrians and all sorts of stuff. This weird little woman right here that actually abducted my sister's baby because it's Hezbollah. And by the way, in Port Angeles, Washington, this little boy was right here is me. And I was held in a cage in Port Angeles, Washington. And I grew up. And that was my dad. And I didn't know what was going on. This here's the hijacker of 1971. Matter of fact, George Wright admitted to me that he got the money from the bowling alley and it was stolen. Where did it come from? $160,000, $200,000 from the D.B. Cooper stunt is where it came from. $40,000 went to the cops and I was held in front of my dad in handcuffs when I was a little boy just like this. He was threatening my dad and he was threatening me if I ever get in trouble and threatening me. And you know what they did? They were pulling off a great big scam. And here they are. Here they are with this bowling alley. And what they did with this $200,000, they invested in the Twin Star Credit Union ultimately. It was a Twin County Credit Union. And they turned it into the Twin Star Credit Union. And they put 20 credit unions throughout the Pacific Northwest from the ocean into the sea. From Morton, Washington to the sea. The 21st one is in Morton, Washington, like 21 feet. It's the law. Hey, brother, I'm telling you the truth. If it wasn't so, I wouldn't be here telling you so. Hey, man, there's a picture of my mom. There's a picture of my dad, the wanted guy, D.B. Cooper, the Zodiac Killer. Hey, man, he sat there and posed in front of me, in front of his brother with glasses on and stuff. Him and his brother have both been in part of it because his brother got up, jumped in the car, and he got the hell out of there. And I never seen Millburn again. And by the way, that bowling alley now, Millhouse. Mill just turned her upside down. World War III. You know what? We have this abductor. She abducted her, my sister Bonnie. My sister Bonnie has been plugged for years. This here's my brother Jerry. He's the dirty Boy Scout. Here's a picture of my dad. There's a picture of my dad. This is the D.B. Cooper. This is the Zodiac Killer. This is it. And this is the Millhouse Smokehouse in Morton, Washington. And now it has a saw on the front of it. And by the way, here is paperwork, my dad's birth certificate or marriage license and stuff from Clark County, Washington. And the Zodiac Killer's notes, Washington and Maple. Washington, Maple, right there. You know, it's a claim. It is what it is. And it is the truth. These here Fairharts right here. Fairharts in wartime, Lebanon, they recount it. Here he is with green across the shirt, one of the Fairharts boys. You know, I was held in front of my dad being threatened by a law enforcement officer. My dad turned out to be a slave for them down at that bowling alley next to the mortuary, the Browns mortuary in Morton, Washington, by the way. And by the way, right here where I'm at on Alpine Street, this is Alpine Boulevard, and what is this? Oh, anyway, the address, I'll make sure it's in with the email. But regardless, what it is right here, our bowling alley in Morton, Washington was actually called Alpine Bowl. Airplane is in the name, like my dad said. And also, my sister moved here to Alpine Drive, is right here. And I put a 37-foot motorhome right here with the Alpine Bowl thing on the outside of it, right here in public view, right across the street from a fire station that the law enforcement uses as a drop-off stage to harass. And there's more to it. So anyway, here today, I sent this here document right here to the government, to the governor of Washington State. They shut down Morton, Washington over the Morton Loggers Jubilee. The DOT shut down the roads between Morton, Washington, all the way out to Grays Harbor, all the way to Port Angeles, Washington, through this traffic area that I introduced them to, by the way. And also, that was August, they shut down the Morton Loggers Jubilee. And I have received emails from people from Morton saying, hey man, we want to talk about what's going on out here in Morton. And what I say is, hey, it's too dangerous for me. I'm trying to turn it on to the person that's above me, and that's what I do. I'm sending it to the governors, I'm sending it to the senators, I'm sending it to everybody. Hey man, look, I'm telling you the truth, man. Look, I don't want to show my face because, man, I'm scared for my goddamn life. Here's my face right there. When I pull this off, it is D.B. Cooper's son sitting right here behind his face, by the way. How would you like to be put in a position like this and find out this was all about, from the ocean to the sea, from the fair hearts to be, you know what they are? They're the Fahar, and they were money laundering money into the Middle East too, by the way. And I can only make this go about 10 minutes. I'm only going to let it run about 8. So this is my first segment. How do you like it now? And by the way, tune in next, and I will reveal maybe my face. Wow, you'll see who I am. Ah, is he the guy? Is he the guy? Is he the guy? Ah, he is the guy's son. My dad was the Zodiac Killer. 13 letters for the Zodiac Killer is George L. Wright. Jerry L. Wright lives up on the Middle Fork Road. Jerry L. Wright. Hey, he was having sex with his mother right there, those weird little people. Here my mother is sitting there with a watermelon right there. We'll cut you in half. She was telling me how this thing about two women fighting over a child, and the one woman says it's mine, and the other woman says it's hers, and it's mine, it's hers, and she says, well, take it before the judge. Because the judge says, hey, no, it's mine. No, it's mine, it's mine. He says, good, well, what we'll do is we'll just cut the baby in half. He says, good, that's fine, cut the baby in half. And the judge says, no, it's this woman's over here, and he gives it to the woman that would have just rather looked upon the child instead of seen it. And that's the same position that they used me in Morton, Washington. My mom was telling me that, Jesus Christ, inside that bowling alley, they were playing Big Bad John to the people in the bowling alley, using me to threaten people. Little kid, what we do to him, we'll do to you. I meant nothing to him. My dad told me I meant nothing to him. He didn't want kids. He came back from North Korea, and he came back bent. He was reading signs, and so was the whole family. On 5th Street, Baker's right down at the other end of it. My sister married a man named Rich Baker. And it goes on and on and on and on and on. Till next time, and we're going to have another cut. I could just feel it. I can feel it, man.